I'm about to show you a little compilation of one of my favorite TikTok trends of the moment. People are using the Spotify Wrapped model where they collect their own personal data and analyze its trends at the end of the year. So for Spotify and other music streaming services, this includes metrics like most streamed artist or how many hours you spent listening to a certain song. But now TikTok users are taking to the video platform to wrap up their dating metrics, even going so far as to create slideshow presentations to show off that data. Now, as you're about to see, quite a bit of time, not to mention math, went into this trend. And besides its entertainment value, I think it really does reveal a lot about what it means to look for love in modern times. Plus, it couldn't come at a better time. According to multiple studies, we're currently in the thick of the most popular dating season of the year. Experts say the period between November and February is the busiest for online dating platforms, from Tinder to Match.com. Now that we're deep into what millennials call cuffing season, don't worry, I'll explain more later, it seems like the perfect time to dive into some dating trends. So you're about to hear from 4 TikTokers, Jamie, Samantha, Kyle, and Amber, who are sharing their presentations here on PA Live. But before we get started, I want to flag one other trend you're about to see. Jamie, the first TikTok user here, used a voice effect filter to add to the comedic effect. So don't let that interrupt you. Let's watch.
All right, y'all. You already know what it is. You've seen the trend I'm jumping on.
I saw a bunch of girls doing this, so I thought it would be fun to hop on the bandwagon and relive my dating trauma.
Here's my 2022 Dating Wrapped.
This is my year in dating. Wrapped.
So welcome to my 2022 Dating Wrapped. If there's one thing about me, I love a PowerPoint and apparently a first date because I went on 18 this year.
I went on 31 first dates.
32 first dates this year. I may or may not keep a spreadsheet.
Went on 21 first dates. Met most of these girls on Hinge.
You know, we've got the classics, Hinge, Bumble, Tinder.
27 of these guys I met through Bumble. 4 of them were unicorns we met in real life. One of them was an Instagram slide-in.
TikTok and Instagram. This is the trend we're going to watch for next year. They're interesting.
Tinder and Hinge split pretty evenly. One from Facebook dating, I 1000% would not recommend that. I would rather ask my father to buy me lingerie than to get back on Facebook dating.
How many times did I delete and re-download Bumble? The answer is 7. Where did we meet? 21 of them were at bars or places we could drink.
I met one in the wild. We kissed at a bar on New Year's Eve and things really went downhill from there.
2 of them were coffee. 4 of them were meals. Lunch, brunch, dinner. 1 of them was an ice cream date. I liked this one. More of that in 2023. 3 of them were miscellaneous.
Walks, bar updates. You know, I love my sober queens. I love to get those steps in.
What did we do? A lot of dinner, drinks, walks. This other category includes smoothies, ice cream, acai bowls, and Target.
And food. Guys, we don't do food on the first date. Don't do it. It's a mistake every time. Second date's fine. First date, don't do it.
First interviews are hard, but some of them made it to 5+, so good job.
21 of them only made it to the first date.
Most of these men only made it 1 or 2.
The good news is, if you made it past the first, it's like 50-50 shot you're going all the way, so keep your head up, you know?
6 of them made it to the second, 3 of them made it to the third, and only 1 of them made it past the 5th date.
Very few made it past to the 3rd date, and the high score was 6 dates.
Who ended it? Largely me.
Who ended at 52% me, and then just so you know, I don't ghost people. I have adult communication skills, so 2 people ghosted me.
Got ghosted 3 times by girls who said they had a good time.
Who ended things? Me, about half of the time. A few times mutual, and sometimes him.
20 of them were because of me. 6 of them were because of the guy. 2 of them ghosted me. 4 of them were mutual. And by mutual, I mean we ghosted each other.
How many girls made me listen to Take Care? 2. I was in my feelings, whatever.
How many did I cry over? The answer is 1. And here's the kicker. We didn't even date this year.
I cried over 2 of these men, which coincidentally is the same number of parking tickets I got while on dates.
That's right. I spent 3 days talking to someone pretending to be a Polish influencer. I also ended up on the Today Show because of it.
This is the amount of money I spent on dates. I wish I had not calculated this number. What could I have done with this money? Literally anything else would have been better.
I dated a wide variety of careers. I myself am a social media manager. I dated 2 of them. Would not recommend. 2 of them were government agents. I will not elaborate further. 1 of them was a pastor. Also very interesting.
And lastly, 3 gave me absolute cringe stories that I'll tell for the rest of my life. So, like and subscribe if you want to hear more of those dating stories.
That leads me to my current status. He is single.
I'm still single.
And the DMs, they are wide open.
Have I learned anything here? Probably not. The end.
So firstly, we have to shout out Jamie Matthews, Samantha Correa, Kyle Hill, and Amber Smith for sharing their videos on TikTok and also with us here on PA Live. It was so fun to go through those. But they also inspired this segment. But in it, you might have heard a few terms that need defining. This is something that I realized over the holiday. Terms and phrases that some generations use are totally unfamiliar to others. So as my cousins and I chatted about Hinge and Bumble, both popular online dating apps, we noticed that not everyone at the dinner table was totally up to speed. And just like I like to keep everyone up to date on the latest celebrity news or pop culture happenings, we wanted to take some time in today's show to define modern dating terms. So let's start with a classic, ghosting. It's the practice of ending a relationship, romantic or otherwise, by suddenly and without explanation or justification ending all communication. As we heard from some of our TikTokers just now, this is common but still quite hurtful. Certainly a dating trend we'd like to see die in 2023. That leads us to haunting. It's similar but not the same. This has more to do with social media. Say someone ghosts you. They stop replying to all calls and texts, and yet they still interact with your social media content. They might watch your Instagram story or like an occasional post. It's confusing but also quite common. Another term that's bound to make a millennial or Gen Zer cringe, situationship, not to be confused with a real relationship. This is a relationship that's seemingly romantic but lacks any formality or established quality. And finally, cuffing season. We mentioned it earlier. The period we're in right now. It's the time of year, usually when the weather gets a little colder, when daters tend to hunker down with a partner. Of course, the list goes on. We could get into breadcrumbing, roaching, catfishing, and more. But for now, hopefully this helped you catch up a little bit and perhaps make you appreciate that you're not dating right now if you aren't. But anyway, stick around. We've got lots more great PA Live coming up after the break.